All right, so we're here for another day, another night, April 17th, 2022, day 17 exercise. We already missed 3 nights. Now, I know I did, but if you can stay consistent with the 21 days, thumbs up. Today we're going to do 20 reps. Excuse me, today we're going to do 20 reps, everything. The rip right, I'm still having the same results, but I know I'm gonna push through. I know, having that great attitude about that. The 20 reps, I think I hit a plateau where everything is feeling tight. I must say everything is feeling tight, muscles wise, and I should be increasing. Normally, if everything seems pretty normal, that's when I'll be increasing on the reps. But this go around, I think on this 21-day fasting, we're just going to keep it at 20 reps. Next month, we just increase it by 30. See what 30 brings. It may be in a situation I may have to do 2 sets, where the first set is 20, and the second set is 10 reps. So I'm okay with that. If I do try to go straight 1 set, that's amazing. That's a plus. Today's audiobook, once again, is Shahrazad Ali, Blackman's Guide to Understanding a Black Woman. You might see like some little buggies flying around. Those are the bugs that's like attracted to like the lights. It's not the typical big, it's not like the big other buggies, but these are the bugs that always be like, I don't know what they call it, but it's all good. You might see them flying around, whatever. This cable here is a charger. So my phone is being charged right now. It's like some kind of wireless battery pack. Well, it can be wireless, but you know what I mean, it's portable. It's not hooked up to a wall, whatever. So that's being charged. And let's just get started. Look out for any triggers. Once again, this topic on Shahrazad Ali is not something to be 100%. Everything must be done this correctly, but it's just to be able to bring awareness on the community, the culture, relationships, traditions, all that stuff. Where is the future of relationships are going? We're in the year of 2022. Domestic violence is still carrying on. Family homes out there are still being broken up on the most, my opinion, the most simplest. It can be a conversation that could be talked about. I won't say simple, but it's easier said than done on that word simple. But things can be talked through, understand, develop. Why you with someone, why you chose this person of all people, why you accept this person in your life of all people. I'm holding brothers accountable, men accountable on their actions, because I really believe that if we could be able to understand this material before getting into a relationship of the don't knows. I didn't know I could take lead this way. I didn't know I could be able to provide this way. There's a lot of other things. So when it comes to gather my thoughts here. Yeah, so when it comes to brothers and men out there, like, let us be accountable for our actions first. And then when we approach a woman, if it's a matter of that she may not be understanding our comprehension, don't force the relationship. Don't force it. If she is on another vision, another task, it's not her time to be submissive or in harmony with a man. Do not force it. So that's just my tip. That's my tip to you guys. Yes, talking to someone. I'm single, but I've been through the levels of relationships of boyfriend, girlfriend, husband and wife. Been through those levels. So now it allowed me to speak confidently on things I didn't speak confidently before. I really didn't. So now I'm in a position that I really understand where this dynamic is going, and it really falls back on the individual to be responsible, accountable for their actions. All the words that really make someone solid to get through on a day-to-day matter. Okay, So let's get going on the exercise. That was interesting. Let's just get going on this on the exercise. 20 reps, everything, and I'm about to hit play. All right.
Many times a black woman will do the direct opposite of what the black man tells her to do, just to prove to him that he can't boss her around. Repetitive rejection leaves him with no alternative but to stand back and let her be her own person, even if her own person is a fool. He watches her floundering about. 3. Can do things on her own and doesn't count on me for everything. This includes her happiness, since the black woman has proven by her behavior and responses that the black man doesn't know what to do to make her happy. He has nearly given up the desire to do so. He is faced with the mental torment of knowing she rejects his ideas, but that her ideas are impossible for him to execute and fulfill. So it is best if she counts on her own self for her own happiness. She calls it freedom of choice. The black man calls it saving himself from endless hassles and debates, predictably ending with her having her way. 4. Who makes her own decisions. The black man consents to allowing the black woman to make her own decisions. He has learned that if he persists in trying to convince her to follow his advice, he has to be prepared to argue it out for days. Or he can physically force his woman to submit. Physical force is covered in another chapter. The black woman's loose and ruthless tongue eliminates the black man's alternatives. He cannot out-talk her unless she stops to listen. Therefore, he lets her have her way. A strange thing happens next. Every time the black woman wins an argument against the black man, she loses further confidence in his ability to handle her, because she sees his acquiescence as weakness. All every black woman really wants is for her black man to tell her what to do, make her do it, and take charge of the situation. The black woman involuntarily wants to be overpowered by the black man, albeit she screams like a banshee while he's doing it. Don't believe her. This is just another contradiction in her ever-changing behavior. She wants to be conquered, and whenever she is conquered, she proudly brags to her friends about the conquest. She wants to lose, but when she pits her will against the will of the black man and he gives in, she believes that if he can't handle her, then surely he cannot handle other outside forces that come against her. She first of all wants to be protected against herself. 5. Is a professional career woman. This means she has some type of high-class title and job in some big business company. She dresses in a certain way and talks the language of whatever her job represents. The so-called corporate world, if it's not a black company, is the worst place for the black woman to be because she exhibits the internal conflict of trying to live the impression she gives on her job and live in the real world that exists for her at home or outside the workplace. She, in making a few dollars more than her often routine job-holding counterparts, black men, is geared to compete. Sometimes the competition is so aggressive, she calls it assertive, that the black man experiences the antagonism of being defeated by the black woman in front of the white man. Her independence, strained from her salary and circle of friends, allows the black man the relaxation of not having to worry about her needs. She's on the same track as he, so he relieves himself of the challenge, since by the measures she uses, she is equal. So this is just another situation which permits him to defer dealing with her personal problems due to her insistence on occupational and after-work equality. He knows she will not let him infringe upon her highfalutin work decisions, nor the ones she makes at home. So other than sex, he has no responsibility for her. It's simpler, and she knows it. 6. Likes to have a good time without becoming attached. Is prided by some black man because it too lets them deal any kind of way he chooses, but avoid the responsibility of dealing with the fallout of the after effects. Black women allegedly have become more careful in their sexual involvements because of the AIDS and herpes scare, but this kind of sexual election only applies if it is a man she is not that fond of. If it is a man she likes and wants to see more of, she still gives up the sex or accepts the one-night stand. Sometimes she does this because she too does not want to make a commitment or to have to contend with anything else the black man has other than his body. Her total statement gets reduced to what she transmits in bed. After that, she may have no further use for him. Partying, going out, and sex are the only things a black man and black woman can have if they do not commit to each other and try to build a long-lasting relationship. The black man who knows full well these days that the black woman is filled to the brim with personal problems doesn't always feel like going through all the changes required of him to tame the black woman. So they both agree to just participate in what they consider the good parts of a relationship and dismiss the other parts as just a way to bust a groove. These few surface points are made to demonstrate that the black man is in charge of the black woman any way it's examined, because it is he who opens the channels by his permission to allow her to do the things that she does. This is a mistake, because a man can rise no higher than his woman. The women in any civilization are indicative of the condition of the men. The black woman is only reflective of the black man's failure to do his job, which is to take charge of his woman. So if the black woman is troubled, so is he. No matter how he sciences it up, that he doesn't have anything to do with it, or that she won't give him permission to execute his will, she has lost her memory, and she does not remember.
Chapter 5. Social Integration. Dating and marrying the white man. The black woman will date and, as reported daily, will marry a white man. She finds in her relationship with the white man perhaps the answer to all her dreams and fantasies. First, he is removed from the black experience and brings a new set of rules to the involvement. Second, he represents the culmination of every movie and TV show she has ever seen, featuring a gallant white beau who knows how to treat a woman and swoops in, always coming to her rescue. Third, he is an alternative set of men whom she believes can be utilized because of the non-availability of black men. Now that there appears to be fewer black men, and she can't get along with any of them, she is perusing other races to see what she can see. When the black woman gets with a white man, she may manufacture a complete new set of vowels, which she uses to construct her new light and airy, proper voice. She irresistibly becomes ever so amused by his jokes and pretends to like the things he does. She becomes an actress of sorts, and she relaxes a bit because the white man does not know the full story of her failure with the black man. Since the white man does not know the ins and outs of black intimacy, he is more tolerant of her, and they both enjoy the novelty. She can wear as much makeup as she desires, and to the white man, she appears to be flattered and falls into her crisp, bright personality. Her smile is sometimes so instant it looks like a flash of sparkling white snow, blushing and appreciative. If she decides to date him, later on, she is seen to be overly affectionate in public. There may be hugging, provocative kissing, or fondling in public. She is willing to ignore many of the white man's shortcomings regarding wardrobe, language, hipness, music, car, or job. She convinces herself that he is normal, and she must accept him as he is, and above all, he is just another man. When she is with him, she thinks she is finally free of the black man's hassles and free of her own history. She is proud of him in front of her family and friends, or on the extreme, She knows that her social integration relationship will not be accepted, so she keeps it a secret. He is considered special to her and automatically knows how to treat a woman. Certainly better than a black man does, she thinks. She might be willing to fight for him, endure insults and stares just to be with him, and she defends her right to love a white man. She says she is not prejudiced and falls back on the same explanation that the black man has adopted, that her particular white man had nothing to do with slavery. That was before his time. She feels no guilt in being a traitor to the black man by accepting another race over him. She sees guilt as an outdated hangover, which has no business in her modern do-what-I-want-to-do system. Loyalty to the black man appears to her as static sentimentality wrapped in shredded ribbons, and the glitter is all gone, worn out from the endless disagreements. She believes she has tried in every way possible to be with the black man, and each time he fails. And it's all his fault. To just stay with the black man because he is her natural mate is absurd to her, and as her history has proven, counterproductive. Even worse, the black man is irritating to her. He just won't do right. She is unwilling to accept a new approach and allows nothing to cloud her fine perceptions. She refuses to be governed by an obsolete set of standards that imply unselfish conduct and actions made only if they benefit the black nation. That's fine for the public, but in her private affairs, she is coldly analytical about what she wants personally, and in that area is oddly detached from her people. As a last resort, she may explain, "It just happened." Nothing just happens. There is an explanation for everything. Even if the explanation is not immediately known, it can be explained, and it is not new. The black woman believes that she has reached the ultimate pinnacle of personal developmental achievement when she arrives at the point of seriously considering dating a white man. She pretends to herself that his color doesn't matter, and to her, it doesn't. For her to pick a white man as her mate only demonstrates further her disdain for the black man and her decision to not take it anymore. The white man can give her new options, new freedom, and new notoriety. She finally gets her opportunity to play like she is the kind of glamorous white girl she has seen on television and in the movies all of her life. And if watched closely, she can be seen acting out the mannerisms of white women. She has absolutely forgiven the white man for enslaving her people, and the white man has forgiven himself for enslaving black people. But the poor black woman has not forgiven herself for being a slave.
All right. So, another one in the books, day 17. Imperfection. Love it. I love it because for me to be perfect, that's fine. For me to be imperfection, that's fine. Because we getting it done. We exercising. You heard the word we. I hope you exercising too. If you're not, no worries. You know that your mind will come around to it to say, you know what? Yeah, it's time for me to work out. Watching somebody exercise, watching somebody make money, watching people do things, you have the opportunity to do it. So, you know, I think there's things in life that always doesn't have to pertain to money. COVID has shown that, where breathing, communication, you know, possibly just to have that one more conversation with a loved one, you know, life of earthly things, water, everything. I could go down a whole list on that one. So there's things out here that, you know, it's not all about chasing the money. I really believe it's a marathon. Rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle. Not to say he was the only one that pushes the word marathon, but it's definitely a marathon. It's not a sprint. But I'm gonna round this video up because the least last thing I want to do is ramble. I've definitely been staying on topic on a lot of most recent things. Happy Easter to you guys. If you're getting this, if you're just not watching, well, it's Easter today. I hope you guys in 2023, next year, look into Lent. You know, the 40 days, 40 nights, you know, not, for me, I know not eating pork, not eating beef, meat, fish. I've been eating seafood, and what else? Sometimes I can get away with some fruits, some protein bars, things like that. Trying to think. But yeah, I survived Lent. This Lent season was perfect, just what I needed. If I had to do anything different, just find ways to add more meditation. So, like I said, let me get going. We got 4 more days left. Let's continue to stay in 20 more reps, 20 reps each day. So, yeah. You guys have a great one.